Hello, our friends. Welcome to episode 65 of the Hucklebuck. Today, I have a mail call from Pop's Attic, and I also have an AOK from the one and only Ruby G, White Tiger, cool, calm, and collected from Instagram. Alan is a trader again. He also has a metal book from an app that we won't name. Whatnot. All this and more. But first, hi, Alan.
Hey, so I don't know what that facial expression was. It's just I went with it and I held it. So
I love all your facial expressions.
So first and foremost, let's get to the giveaway that next week we will be picking a winner from one of the videos from the month of February. And that giveaway is these two books, Cobra Commander #1, MegaCon exclusives. I don't know who the artist is. You can look that up yourself because honestly, if you're going to complain about getting these two for free, then I don't know, watch somebody else. But so we had the trade and the Virgin coming together. And I got these from Comic Tom, sold them at a great price off of that app I don't use. And he also sent this Batman sketch that is numbered 926 out of 1200. I don't know who did it. If you can translate that signature, then you know who did it. I am going to throw that in with these books because it came with these books. So there you go. All right. So I think.
Alan,
oh, wait.
When the people get those fine books, what kind of product do you recommend they put them in?
I recommend they put them in a Gator Guard. A Gator Guard is our official sponsor of the channel. They create great products and I have a couple exclusives out. The link is in the description. If you want to display your books like so, in these great color, they got colored screws that you can order, and it's just a slab without a slab. You understand? I understand people want that graded thing, but this will help protect the book, and it actually makes it look good too.
Listen, with all the corruption in grading companies, who do you trust more than yourself?
True
and
story.
when you're dealing with Gator Guard, you actually get to screw it yourself. How often can you screw your own books? Please don't drop us, Gator Guard.
AVX Comics and Games, my LCS. If you ever need anything in the Augusta area, gaming, comics,
get a hold of Paul.
Hit up Paul. He will hook you up. Tell him
if you don't hit him up, he's going to hit you up, but not literally because Paul's not a violent man.
No, he's not. I'm gonna let you go first. You're spitting it today. You're going first, bro.
Oh boy, I hope Gator Guard doesn't watch the show. Really, I hope no one watches this. Which, based on our numbers, I'm gonna say they don't. All right, folks, we're talking into the gaping abyss, and what better way to talk in the gaping abyss than to talk about Pop's Attic? Boy, I like Mark and his dad. Those are two of my favorite people around. And they put books up for good deals. This is Sergio Aragonis's Massacres Marvel. I recently got to share a live stream with Sergio, legendary creator of so many Mad Magazine issues. Gru, creator-owned title that he does. Gru is kind of like a Conan bumbling cartoon type. He gets the job done, but he often doesn't know he's doing it. It's kind of like if Mr. Magoo was Conan. And then we also have Sergio Aragonis's Destroys DC, and you can see he's got that like Mad Magazine, very cartoonist style.
That's cool though. I like that.
Oh yeah, I love it too. And you can see like his.
It's like a cross between Spider-Man and
Gambit. Yeah. So thanks again to Pops, and they're always putting books on there. Mark, Legion of Comics, he sells his books on there as well. It's kind of a joint operation between those two, and you're not going to find better deals.
No, and you never know what you're going to see on there.
Yeah, great books, good prices, lots of meat left on the bone for everybody. Up next, I've got an AOK from a good friend of ours, Ruby G. I hadn't talked to him in a while, and he reached out. We actually talked about that Sergio Aragonis stream. It was on 4C. You can go back and watch it. It had Sergio, Stan Sakai of Usagi Yojimbo fame, Scott Shaw from cartoons and comic books. He was the guy that brought you the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. I think he did every issue. They all have connections to Bongo Comics. And then, of course, Bill Morrison was there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Ruby and I were talking. He had previously, with a mystery boxes we got from him, I got a Speedball sketch card from him. He sent this protector for it, along with other stuff. So there's a letter. Becker, I'm pretty sure in a mystery box that you bought from me, you got part 2 of this 3-part Marvel fanfare story. So here's part 1 and part 3 for you to enjoy the whole story, along with some extra stuff and an extra top loader for that Speedball card. I hope you enjoy. And the extra stuff is he sent another one of his cards. See, the Speedball, the back of it's got Ruby's link and art done by Ruben Guzman. This is 2023. And then now we see Ruby G with a Night Thrasher.
Oh, isn't that just perfect timing with Night Thrasher just popping out?
It is. And then he sent the books. He said the Marvel fanfare. We have issue 52, which was part 1 of that story that he had hooked me up with part 2 in his mystery box. And then we got issue 54 Marvel fanfare. This is a Black Knight story.
Nice.
And then he threw in 2 books I already had, but he knew I'd love them. Firestar issue 4 with that beautiful Barry Windsor Smith cover.
Nice.
And issue 2 of the New Warriors. I am now working on my 5th run. And this is first appearance of Silhouette and first appearance of Midnight's Fire and Night Thrasher's origin.
Highly, highly undervalued key, everybody. Go out and pick it up now.
Yeah. Silhouette has been involved in the Marvel Universe for quite some time now. So a very underrated first appearance.
All right.
All righty.
I think it's my turn.
Alan, you're a trader.
Yes, I've been trading. So I've been on Whatnot. Everybody knows. So Beckerman's going to keep making jokes about it, and so is everyone else.
I never mentioned it. I don't.
That's fine.
What?
Huh?
Not that I would ever make fun of anything that you do.
All right. So MegaCon happened. MegaCon had 2 huge books. I was lucky enough to grab those 2 books. The first one was Disputed #1 by Nico Suayan, right? And then the second one was Revolver by Clayton Crane.
What a crazy looking cover. Not that I would have expected to see that.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that was a sketchbook. So I was able to pick up both of them. But as in life, you get them and you're like, I'm glad I have these. All right, I'm going to trade them. So I traded them for a decent, I'm actually above decent amount of cash, right? And these 3 books. One I was looking to add. One I needed to fill back in because of another trade I made. And one that I've just been trying to get. First one is Deadpool Back in Black #1, A cover. It's not a key or anything like that, just a great book. So, love that one. The next one is The Infinity Gauntlet #1. I had this in an 8.0 signed by Rubenstein, and I traded it away because I was like, I'll get another one, no big deal. Well, it was a little harder than I thought, but I got one, and it is a newsstand. So, not that that matters, doesn't matter, but it looks pretty. And the third and final book that I got with that is The New Gods #1. Some Silver Age, right?
I personally prefer the Old Gods, but
Seriously, you don't like this book? This book is amazing. Look at it. It's
What
so
was
pretty.
wrong with the gods we had?
There's nothing wrong with the gods we had. We just
Just
knew them. Man, why you gotta be anyway? Littered with first appearances and just an overall great book. So got those, and now those are in the PC, and I've been clicking another button, and there we go. All right, that's what happens when you just slam a book down. All right. So I was surfing around whatnot during MegaCon, and there was an exclusive came out for Comic Tom's book, Crashdown. I read it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. So, one of DJ's favorite people in the world is Javon Jordan, and he did.
I thought I was DJ's favorite person in the world.
He's one of. I said one of, but so he did a cover for this, and not only did a cover, he did a medal, and this was the first one they sold out the box, and I haven't even seen it in person. So here it is with the Javon Jordan's signature down there in black. And this is number 2 of 5.
I'm not trying to be a jerk here. How in the hell would you ever know that's Javon Jordan's signature unless you knew his sig? Let's just see that mess of lines one more time. I mean, that looks like something a kid in the art department in high school comes up. You know, it'd be cool if I did with my signature. Like, whatever happened to guys like signing something legibly?
All right, as a person that doesn't sign legibly, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I know this is his signature. So
yeah. It's not just him. It's an epidemic.
All right, Javon, if you're watching, you're probably not. But if you do, please know you did an amazing job on this cover. This is the negative space variant of it. I am so glad I got this because in person, this looks.
I think it's a cool looking book, and I own some Javon Jordan covers. The only thing I would say is if you're proud of your work and proud of your name, why wouldn't you want people to know about it? If I came across that signature and didn't know who he was, I would have no freaking way of telling.
Yeah, but you could probably take a picture of it and Google it. And
Roy Thomas, I complimented him on how legible he signs his name. And he said, well, I've long believed if you're proud of the name you've built in this industry, then you should sign it like you're proud of it.
I think
it's an old school way of thinking, though. You know, the modern artists are very much inspired by like graffiti and street. Like, look at Scotty Young for a long time. He didn't do what he does now. Like his original sig was
That's true. His original sig was illegible. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I've seen it from artists I like. I don't know. I just think people should sign their name like they're proud of it. Because Roy Thomas said so. All right, Alan. What do we have in store for the people?
All right. So next week we have. I forgot to say, got some new Comic Viking shirts in. I got sleeveless. You don't have to get sleeveless. If you would like one of these awesome shirts with this or the old logo, which is on my back, not getting up and turning around, but you can always hit me up on Instagram.
Come on. Show the people what you're working with. Oh, yeah. Look at that, folks.
That's the holographic image. That's why it looks a little tinge of blue there on the shirt, but that's what that is. So.
I was just staring at your backside.
I'm sure you were.
It was no Nikki pancakes, but it wasn't bad.
This is true. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week where we pick the winner of February's giveaway, which is Cobra Commander #1, Trade Dress and Virgin. Thank you guys so much. Please comment, like, subscribe. If you want, you don't have to. Based on this video's commentary, you're probably not gonna. So, we will see you next week.
Bye, everybody.